In this segment, Stephanie Miller and her guest talk about Trump's outright defiance of the courts.
Donald Trump destroying America's trust in our valuable institutions that we rely on for data about what's happening. He shoots the messenger, and by shooting the messenger, you get a country that no longer has the kind of confidence in the information it gets from very, very competent places. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is the crown jewel of our data sources in the government for what is happening in the economy. It's like the Federal Reserve Board. Trump attacks the Fed because he doesn't like what the Fed is doing, and he is undermining the public's faith in these institutions. This is, in my book, this is treasonous.
How much of it, Joe, we've mentioned this before, about people just don't want to be wrong. They don't want to feel like they've been conned. They don't want to feel like they lost. And Donald Trump plays to all of that, I guess, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's a big part of it. Look, again, you know my history. I come from the cult. I'm a reformed MAGA gangbanger. But I still engage with these folks every day because they used to be my friends and my supporters and my radio talk show listeners. I lost them all.
Yeah, you get called the C word almost as much as I do, Joe.
Oh my God, you and I share that, Steph. My God, I'm a traitor. I mean, when you leave your family, you become a traitor. Many of them do have a hard time admitting they're wrong, but we underestimate how strongly these folks still believe in what he is.
Okay. Because I can't, he is so despicable, Joe, that I can't help but think you were despicable if you support him. Yes. I just don't, we are 88 felonies in, I don't even know what thing to focus on anymore. We're in the first of, 4 trials, right? You tweeted, democracy dies when you check out. Oh, they're both bad choices. Tough. Stay in the game, vote, then pick up a history book. Democracy needs you. I mean, really, democracy is the only issue. But I also take issue, Joe, with the whole, lesser of two evils. We always play this audio of Lindsey Graham crying, Joe, crying, back when he was Lindsey Graham, about how God has never made a better man than Joe Biden.
If I could bring one person back to life, Stephanie, it would be John McCain, because John McCain would whack Lindsey Graham upside the head every damn day. What a disgrace he is. But like all of my former colleagues, look, nothing should matter more than the preservation of our democracy, because this man would do away with it. But Stephanie, look, to his base, and I hear this every day, and I've heard it for 6 years. They've given up on democracy. Like, they want a certain America back. They don't believe the democratic process can get it back for them. So they tell me every day they want a dictator, a strongman, to do it for them. That's scary stuff.
Yeah. But it is interesting that Colin Joe's talked about decency. That I really do feel like here we are, Joe. Like, have we at long last no decency in this country? I mean, I hate to say it, but Kristi Noem, cruelty has become not a bug, but a feature of the Republican Party. You can go like candidate after candidate in the Republican Party.
Amen. Stephanie, when I was a Republican congressman, and especially when I was a right-wing radio talk show host, man, the crueler you were, the better. Yeah. The meaner you were, the nastier you were, your ratings went up. We were all incentivized to feed our audience the right in America, that stuff. I couldn't take it anymore, but it works.
And let's be honest, the radio talk show host is already the lowest form of life. So
no.
Really...
By the way, this is why I love you. I love radio. I miss radio. When I opposed Trump publicly, I lost my show. Radio to me is like so intimate. And you're so good at it. So keep it up.
Thank you, honey. No, but we've had this conversation a million times. You know this to be true, Joe. That people have said if you would go back to your roots, to your dad's Republican roots, you'd get 500 stations tomorrow and be a multimillionaire. And I'm like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
You've had syndicators tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, it is, but that's what's, you know, so frustrating on our side is that I can't, I'm like you, my democracy is more important to me. I mean, I look forward to the day I go back to hating you, Joe Walsh. Do you know what I'm saying? We fight about actual issues, but you are wrong about everything else except.
Well, I was wrong about plenty. And I say often how I haven't changed. I've always been kind of a Tea Party libertarian. But Stephanie, I can't lie. I woke up on a lot of the cultural issues. I was a jagoff 6 years ago if you'd have said Black Lives Matter to me. Now I understand what that means because I spoke to Black Americans. I used to go crazy with the 64 different genders because my audience wanted to hear that crap. But again, so I've woken up on a lot of the cultural issues. But my right flank, they still get off on that stuff, which is why they're fed it.
Well, you personally, it's because you fell in love with a lesbian radio host.
I am in love with you. Yes. Oh my God, I've
Joe,
been outed.
were you visited by 3 ghosts? Seriously, what happened to you?
Stephanie, people ask me all the time what finally changed. It really was his election in 16. When he became president and I finally started to pay attention to him, I'd go home every night from my radio show and I'd ask my wife, my God, do I sound even a little bit like that?
Yeah.
He woke me up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at you. You're woke.
Proudly woke.
Yeah, right on.
Joe, I think that's the thing is you and I long to get back to where we're actually talking about real issues, you know, and it's just there's such a huge like fight against disinformation. I mean, we're not even dealing with one set of facts as Americans anymore. What do we do about that?
So here's the deal. I'm older than you. I'm an old guy.
Oh, now you're really trying to get in my pants.
Stephanie, man, we are starting something. I will, in my lifetime, I could never, ever run as a Republican again. I think it's done. I think that party is on this train track and it's never getting off. I'd have an easier time becoming a very conservative Democrat. We need to get back to the issues, but that party won't. I think maybe in the next couple elections, you may see a viable new center-right party.
Yeah. And then I'll hate you again. But there's something about handsome former Republican congressmen that trigger my daddy issues.
Oh, God.
And I didn't yell David Jolly's name out once during this interview, have
you? There you got me. There you got me.
But I say it over and over. Joking about, you know, my dad was the vice presidential candidate. And guess how many puppies he shot in the face, Joe? 0.